Shit, I was like, nah,
All right.
it's not him. It's crazy.
So, you guys have been banished. So what's going through your mind right now?
Honestly, I'm like relieved because I just was sick of being the punching bag. Like, I know it's a game, but like, like it takes a toll on you. And I have played a few games this summer, a few too many, I think. And I've learned my lesson not to.
Hey.
So I've learned that like, I don't think what I was saying. I'm sorry. No, I was just kind of sick of being the punching bag. Like, it was a lot of me, like, I'm a person too. I've played too many games this summer. I think I've learned my lesson not to like overdo it like this again. Like, I was just excited because I'm new to the community. I only started playing games like in October, and I've played a few, but like I lined a lot up this month, and I just think I overdid it. But I had a good time. I met a lot of good people. Like, the people I met in the game, I know it's all game. Like, I always go out wishing I was a little bit bolder from games, but this time I don't have that regret because I know that like, I voiced my honest suspicions to people, and I think that my allies left in the game like at least have enough to maybe get it in the right direction. You know what I mean? And maybe they can have some life in this game. But yeah, I definitely, I don't know. I don't have regrets about how I played. I think a lot of my reads were really on point, and even this last round, I was suspicious of a few people. I just didn't want to. You couldn't voice it, but I think they absolutely played it a little bit like Survivor. I think that the outside connections definitely did come into play here, and I think that that's happens in almost every game. Yeah, my final thoughts. I had a really good time. It was a good game. It just was a little too much on me emotionally, just to kind of be targeted over and over like that. And I'm sure you honestly probably feel similarly, because even though it was like a quieter target, you always had one on your back too.
Yeah, since day one.
Yeah, and like I met some great people. I'm having a good time, and I'm excited to continue supporting the people in the game and to see how it ends.
And Josh, what do you think?
I'm still reeling from the blind side a little bit. Not a fan of double elimination since this is my second show and I got caught out with a double elimination again. So not a fan of those. It's weird being the only blindside vote they've had. Like, my name barely came up in that roundtable, so that's why I wasn't speaking up, because I was like, the threat level isn't really on me right now. But if they would have mentioned my name, my plan was to reveal that I was in fact the healer with Tess. Tess is a healer too. She is not lying about that. That's why I could never vote her.
Oh my god, I had my guardian angels in the game. I can't even believe that I aligned with like the right people. I'm so happy that my reads were right.
We saved you in the double elimination last night. Yeah, it was me and you. Iconic, right? Or ironic. Anyway, that elimination was a little bit tough. I was blindsided, and
that made me sick to my stomach. That made me sick to my stomach because, yeah, it made me sick.
But if I'm gonna go out, I could not have gone out with a better person. Since Thursday night, I just want to say thank you. Since Thursday night, she came up to me and was like, "Hey, I know you're the quiet guy. I think you're gonna get eliminated if you're quiet." You're right about that too, like everything else. And she's just been giving me all these great tips, and she is the sole reason I have made it this far. So thank you for that.
You've always been with me, and I appreciate it. Like, honestly, like, it feels a little bit like less of a blow going out with someone that I actually like connected with, and to know that you actually weren't someone that was like, I know you weren't lying in my face the entire time. Like, feels really good. You know what I mean? Like,
I was telling Eric, because I started getting close to him, but yeah, you were my number one ally in the game, and I could not turn my back on you.
I would have never turned my back on you. I really didn't, and like, that's why. I think that's why it wasn't coming around to me that like your name was being so exposed like that. I wish that maybe we had scrambled more that last round, like, but I don't really have regret about being in the game. I'm happy with the placement. I'm happy going out with you too. Like, I really think that like it softened the blow. Like, at least we did it together, and then they saw like they were wrong about two people, and it shows that both of our reads were on point. And then now I know those assassins are going to be shaken now after what we left in the game, because I made a point to talk to many people and let them know. And some of the people that I did talk to, I think, were assassins. So they know other people know that information. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, and then they accuse me of not talking enough, and then Sherry votes me out for talking too much. I was like,
Wild.
what the fuck?
Wild.
Like, what do you want?
Like they just didn't want us in. No, but I'm excited to hang out and like have a couple seltzers and just relax. What's the sleeping situation? If you make me sleep on the floor, I'm gonna actually probably just sleep.